Hello, everybody. We're back for chapters 1 through 1. That's yep. We're gonna do everything over again.
Great, good start.
Good. 10 through 12, and Dane has a shout out to do.
All right, so just a little thing I want to say to a good friend of mine, Mike, and his brother Matt Edson. They both made Eagle Scout, and I wasn't able to make the ceremony because we had to do this today. So, congratulations, guys! You're on YouTube. Yay!
Eagle Scout call. Yeah.
Caw. All right.
Cuckoo. Right. Author's note. Stupid gay fag. Yep.
Stop it, you gay figs. If you do not lick my... we don't want to lick your story.
Lick my story.
Then fuck off.
P.S. It turns out B. Ludi Mary isn't a muggle.
Effort. Al.
All in
cheating vampire are evil. That's why they moved houses. K.
She's a Moogle?
I don't know. What? She's not a a Moogle. That says Muggle. What
I know,
but
but
a Muggle?
I don't know what a Muggle is.
We'll have to look that up.
The only word I can think of that might be is Moogle.
And Moogles don't look anything like vampires, but
I don't know. Maybe someone just thought, oh, hey, what if we say Moogle? Well. The only thing I can say about that is she says gay fag, so to me that's kind of cancels it out.
Steps it up a bit. Yeah. Maybe she missed the... no. I was going to say fangs, but that's what she said.
Maybe she meant to write Ghey, like the kids do.
Gay.
Alright. I was really scared about Voldemort all day.
Can't even spell
Voldemort. Perfect.
Voldemort. All right.
I was even upset. Went to rehearsals with my gothic metal band, Bloody Gothic Rose 666.
Nice.
All right. I'm not even gonna.
Not even gonna acknowledge that.
I am the lead singer of it, and I play guitar. So people say that we sound like a cross between Good Charlotte, Slipknot, and MCR. The other people in the band are B. Ludi Mary, Vampire, Draco, Ron, although we call him Diablo now.
Diablos?
No, she put an extra O in there.
Yeah, it's Diablo, but I look at that and I instantly think Diablos, so.
I think Diablo from Diablo 3, even though that game was terrible.
Diablo 3, Monster Hunter, you guys can pick what you guys want.
He has black hair now with blue streaks in it. And and Hagrid.
Where did he come from?
Isn't Hagrid like the old lady who's like 1,000 years old or something?
Hagrid's that really huge fat dude with the beard.
Is he?
Yeah, and he gave Harry the dragon, and then like 3 movies later, he's like, you gotta kill him now.
I've never watched.
I haven't either. I watched them to make fun of them, to be honest. I don't like them at all.
I watched one when I was little and hated it, and then I watched another one when I was older and still hated it.
Every time I see Hagrid, I just go, that's not his beard growing down, that's his pubes growing up.
Ew. Gross. Yeah. Nice.
Kinky.
Only today, Draco and Vampire were depressed, so they weren't coming, and we wrote songs instead.
All right. Don't those two hate each other?
Yes. Well, no. They're fuck buddies. I mean,
I fucking hate you.
I knew Draco was probably slitting his wrists. He wouldn't die because he was a vampire. I already pointed this out. Thanks.
The only way you can kill a vampire is with a I'm not writing that.
She spells the word cross
like CROSS with like lines and with.
Yeah, lines in between as if it's supposed to be an abbreviation of an organization. There's no way I'm writing that. Oh, she points out because she doesn't want to write the word cross.
Or a steak. I just get this image of like someone fighting a vampire and just throwing this meat at the thing and this
probably
and they blow up.
I swear, if that's how they kill the vampires in this story.
Dude, Van Helsing would have been a much funnier movie.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, I just read like a random word.
Yeah, I see butt. So.
Yeah, and Vampire was probably watching a depressed movie like The Corpse Bride.
It's not a depressing movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's not depressing at all.
Tim Burton is good at this shit.
I put on a black leather skirt and showed off my boobs and tiny matching mini skirt that said Simple Plan on the butt.
Okay.
Nice.
You might think I'm a slut, but I'm really you really are a slut.
You just told me.
You had a peenie. You had a you know what put in your whoosma what's it.
You allowed a boy to rape you in the woods.
And then walked around Hogwarts naked, but full bush covered you.
Indeed. And you just told me I wore a shirt to show off my boobs.
That's like...
If you're not a slut, then you wouldn't have to be telling me you're not.
It reminds me of a Dave Chappelle joke. Do you remember this joke? When they're talking... When he was like... You know how, girl, you go to a bar, you have a couple of drinks, and you see that girl that's, like, really nice. And I'm not talking classy nice. I'm talking, like, boobs popping out of those shirt and half-ass showing. Damn! And he's just like... well, you had a few drinks. And you look at her and you go... You try to say hi, but all that comes out is... Damn, look at them titties! And then they go... Just because I dress this way does not make me a whore. That's like me walking down the street... Walking around in a police uniform, and if someone comes up to me asking for help, and it's just like, just because I dress this way does not mean I'm a police officer.
Alright.
What the fuck?
That is... Dave Chappelle's pretty good.
I miss him.
I do too. Ebony, are you okay? Bloody Mary asked in a concerted voice.
Oh, we missed a line. We were singing a cover of Helena, and at the end of the song I suddenly burst into tears. Okay, that's cool.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Ennaby, are you okay?
Right.
Bloody Mary.
What the fuck do you think? I asked angrily, and then I said, well, oh, she spelled it right.
Voldemort.
No, she spelled it right.
I'm gonna say Voldemort from now on.
Voldemort came, and the fucking bastard told me to fucking kill Harry.
I think she's just swearing this way.
But I don't want to kill him, because he's really nice, and his wiener's nice. Even if he did go out with Draco. But I don't kill Harry, then Voldemort will fucking kill Draco. And then I cried again. Suddenly Draco jumped out from behind a wall.
Okay. Why didn't you fucking tell me? He shouted.
What was he doing behind that wall?
Master.
She wore that shirt with the boobs.
All that comes out is just this tiny speck of blood.
Just very small.
A very, very neat line.
A single drop falls from his pallid penis. Why didn't you... Right.
Why didn't you
How could you fucking poser muggle bitch. What the fuck is a muggle?
See, is that out of character?
Yes, because I
don't know what a muggle character
Oh,
muggle is.
Now I remember. A muggle is from Harry Potter, and it's like an insult that they call each other. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
I get it.
I started to cry and cry. Draco started to cry too, all sensitive. And he ran out crying. Okay? You don't cry all sensitive. What does that even look like?
I don't know, just crying normally?
Does his, like, skin turn pink? Because, like, it's like you get a sunburn, you peel the skin off the pink. It's like his tears just make pink. Oh, it hurts. Good luck taking a shower, bitch.
It's kind of logical. I mean, his blood would stain his skin.
Maybe.
Makes sense. We practiced for 1 more hour. You have, like, nobody here. It's just you.
I just get this image of them all crying while playing this music.
It's just her and Bloody Mary. There's no...
Oh yeah, and
where the fuck is Hagrid?
And Diablos and Hagrid. So
then they're not here. They didn't specify. Then
suddenly Dumbledore walked in angrily. His eyes were all fiery. I don't even think that is that how you spell fiery?
No.
Yeah.
Wait. No.
Yeah.
Is it?
No, it's not. Fiery. Your viewers are smart. Answer that. And I knew it was time.
Smart. They have Google Images and all them
fancy bastards.
No, they're pretty smart. They'll tell us.
We're really reliable. And I knew this time it wasn't because he had a headache.
He had to take a poop this time. What have you done? He started to cry wisely.
How do you cry wisely?
I know what she means. She means cry like sort of like a screeching yell, but I just... what have you done?
I just get this image of like text falling out of his eyes. Just,
I got the same image, like a textbook falls from his face.
So you see his face just giving birth. Just read this shit.
See, that's basically swearing, and this time he was really upset, and you will see why.
What's nut swearing?
Nut swearing.
Swearing.
Okay, so like in the court system, they just get like the judge, and he whips out his nutsack, and you have to pledge on the judge's nutsack.
Touch it. Avoid the groin. Avoid the wart.
Don't touch the shaft.
the wart. Don't touch the wart.
Just
I'm kidding. Tickle the wart. Yeah. Get that image out of your head, everybody.
He can't start the court case until he gets off.
Nice. Enemy Draco has been found in his room. He committed suicide by slitting his wrist.
You just established
said that he couldn't.
You don't want to know what's funny? Because that's out of character right there. He's a fucking vampire. You can't do that.
Well, Let's go back to Skyrim logic real quick. You can punch a vampire to death.
This isn't Skyrim. This is... Listen,
if we're going by old world vampire logic, then maybe. But if we're going by new world Skyrim vampire logic,
I mean, I guess if he's like a new vampire and he's not very powerful, then they could in fact drain all of his blood and he would die. But if he's a vampire that's even remotely powerful, in most mythoses, if the vampire like loses blood, they can sort of like move the blood, like
well, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, they can. But if we're talking about like, that's like the old like awesome vampires. If we're talking like the new age, like slicked hair, leather jacket, fangs, and all fangs, or not fangs, talons and all fangs, then maybe.
I'm talking like Helsing logic here.
Oh, Helsing, yeah. Then he should be alive.
Yeah, like Alucard, he can
Alucard's
basically.
a badass.
Yeah, he is. He's the most badass vampire, and like other.
Doesn't he like? I like in the movie when the two vampire winches are like freaking out. She's like, "Shut the fuck up and suck my dick," and they all did, and I'm like, "Yes."
Alucard.
Do you remember that?
No.
You don't? It was like
because I didn't see.
You haven't seen Van Helsing?
No, not Van Helsing.
Oh.
Helsing, the anime.
Oh.
With Alucard, he wears red. Goes around with
right.
the pistols, shoots the shit out of everybody.
You cooked my eggs wrong, bitch.
Yeah, that's pretty much who he is. No, but in Van Helsing they do that. Even though that movie was kind of bad.
I liked it. Whatever.
It's okay.
It's not the greatest vampire movie, but it's alright.
Alright, chapter 11. Author's note. I said stoop flaming up, preps. See if this chapter is
Shrupped. Exclamation point 1111.
It deals with really serious issues. There's serious issues. See for yourself.
This hurts my eyes.
If it's stupid.
ZTUPID BRW fangs to my friend Raven for helping me. No! I screamed. I'm just
no. I was horrified. Bloody Mary tried to comfort me, but I told her to fuck off, and I ran to my room. Why are people friends with you? You're a piece of shit.
You're like my sister.
Crying. I ran to my room crying myself.
How do you cry yourself? Just tears of little you falling out of your face?
Dumbledore chased me shouting, but he had to... Okay, Dumbledore's an old fuck. I don't think he's going to be sprinting down the halls of Hogwarts.
I feel like he runs like Quap.
He has this tiny little broomstick, and he flies on that.
Just put two on his feet.
Get back here, you motherfuckers! He shouted at that. And
he went to my room because
he had to
would
stop
look like
when I went to my room.
Alright.
Yep. Okay.
Not like he runs the place.
He's the headmaster.
Well, he's a different guy every single movie.
Yes.
I would shit my pants. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I've been doing a lot of like jump backs, but I just remembered this joke I saw in a show. It was Robot Chicken, and they had Dumbledore as this ghetto black dude. Yeah. He's like, "What up? I'm a new character in every movie, bitch." And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I've
seen that one.
Awesome.
Robot Chicken's pretty good. They're really quotable.
Yeah.
Anyway, I started crying blood. That's how it begins. Anyway, I started crying
tears of blood, and then I slit both of my wrists. Nice.
They got all over my clothes, so I took them off and jumped into the bath angrily while I put on Linkin Park. When I put on a Linkin Park song at full volume. Dude, I'm pretty sure everybody that lives around you must fucking hate you. I would.
I grabbed a stake and I almost stuck it into my heart to commit suicide. Because slitting your wrists didn't work on Draco.
Why would she have a stake?
I don't know. I think she's correlating every gothic person with a suicidal person, which is not the case at all.
I know.
Like, I have gothic friends, and they're actually some of the funniest and happiest people I've ever met.
Gothic people aren't like this at all.
No.
Like, at all. And if she's a vampire, it's like in Van Helsing. If Dracula can only be killed by a werewolf, why would he keep a werewolf pet? If she can only be killed by, like, a stake or a cross, which is incorrect, by the way. A cross can't fucking kill them. It'll burn them a little bit, but it won't kill them. Yeah, it's like that. Why the fuck would she keep a stake in her room?
I don't know.
It's retarded. All right. I was so fucking depressed. I got out of the bathtub and put... Okay, why do you get a bathtub in Hogwarts? So I assumed it would be community showers.
I always thought it would too.
This is kind of illogical. And put on a black low-cut dress with lace all over it.
And sandly.
Sandly.
What's sandly?
Okay, let me read that again. And put on a black low-cut dress with lace all over it.
Is it supposed to be sadly?
I know she's trying to write sadly.
But I just get this image of her just like pouring sand on herself. In every orifice of your body, just sand.
Belody walks in. Hey, bury me in the sand.
Do it.
Do it, bitch.
I feel like that's how she interacts with like everybody. It's like she goes to McDonald's, like, here's your order, sir. Fuck you, motherfucker. And she just like spits in their mouth and then leaves.
What is this filth? Fuck.
I hate people like that.
I know. I've seen people like that at McDonald's. I feel so bad for the people taking their order.
I do. And then I saw one dude like step up and be like, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, yes.
Seen that a few times.
All right.
I put on black high heels with pink metal stuff on the... What is pink metal stuff? Be more specific.
Is it just like a... I just get this image of like barbed wire, some shards of metal,
little metal penises,
a dildo
lacing her dress. With pink metal stuff on the ends and 6 pairs of skull earrings.
Okay.
I couldn't fucking believe... I know, that's too many fucking earrings.
I just get this image of her neck being broken. Her just walking around like this.
Heaviest fucking earrings. Alright. Then I looked out the window and screamed. Snap was spying on me, and he was taking a videotape of me, and Lupin was masturbating to it.
Masticating to it.
Masticating to it. They were sitting on their broomsticks. I feel like they were sitting, but the broomsticks were square up their asshole.
I got that image too. Aww.
Snap, just
Snap just keeps breaking it.
Flick and switch.
Make sure to flick and switch the fuck out of your wand like this.
Good job, Lupin. Ew, you fucking... it's in all caps. Ew, you fucking perv, stop looking at me naked. Are you pedos or what?
I screamed, I was going to make your voice really deep. We're going to make her Rosicue.
You're right.
Okay.
I screamed, putting on a black towel with a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. Suddenly, Vampire ran in. Abracadabra! He yelled at Snape and Lupin. She did it right.
Pointing his womb?
They're men.
His wand?
You mean his wand?
You put womb.
She put womb.
Are they having birth?
Next sentence. I took my gun and shot Snape and Lupin a gazillion times, and they started screaming at the...
What?
And the camera broke. Suddenly, Dumbledore ran in.
That's his actual word. Dumbledore. Dumbledore.
Dumbledore. Ebony. And it has been revealed that someone has... No! He shouted, looking at Snape and Lupin, and then he waved his wand, and suddenly... Hagrid ran outside on his broom, and everyone we need to talk.
And said everybody we need to... Hagrid doesn't own a broom. I don't think. Does he?
Maybe. Alright. What do you know, Hagrid? You're just a little Hogwarts student.
No, he isn't.
I may be a Hogwarts student, Hagrid paused angrily, but I am also a Satanist, because that's relevant.
What the fuck? Hagrid's the big, huge dude, though. This is really, like, confusing the Christ out of me.
I get it. You know, normally I'd say, you know, help guys, I don't get it, but I get it.
Guys, I don't get it.
I just don't want to get it, is the issue here.
Just his brain is just, no.
This cannot be, Snap said in a crisp voice. Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies. It says she fucking did the joke for me. I don't... As blood dripped from his hand where Dumbledore's wand had shot him. There must be other factors. You don't know any, he yelled.
That was Enemy.
You don't have any.
Yep.
Is that evident?
I yelled madly, so...
okay.
Lupin held up the camera triumphantly. The
Triumph.
lens may be ruined, but the tape is still here.
That's triumph-elephantly.
Oh my god.
The lens
You're
may
right.
be ruined, but the tape is
oh my
still
god.
there.
Triumph-elephantly? What's that mean?
Triumph-elephantly. I don't know. I'm trying to imagine what that would look like with elephants. Maybe elephants playing the trumpet. That's sort of what I'm getting. I can't really think of anything else.
I felt faint, more than I normally do, like how I feel when you do not drink enough blood. Are you diabetic? You blood-abetic?
Just a blood-abetic. Why are you doing this? Lupin said angrily while he rubbed his dirty hands on his cock. And
No, it's Klook. You should put Klook.
his cloak. Okay.
Is this going to be a pornography? Please tell me
His
this
cloak?
is going to be.
No, that was definitely supposed to be cock.
C-L-O-O-K. That is Klook.
And then I heard the words that I had heard before, but not from him. I did not know whether to feel shocked and happy or to bite him and drink his blood because I felt faint. Because Hagrid said, and he paused in the air dramatically, waving his wand in the air. Then swooped he in, singing in the tune of a gothic version of the song by 50 Cent.
What?
Because you're gothic, Snap asked in a little afraid voice, because he was afraid it meant he was connected to Satan, because I love her.
Hagrid? What the fuck is going on? Can I get that? If you guys saw what this looked like, you would say what the fuck was going on. It's everything is happening at once. Like, everything. We need...
Okay, so Hagrid is a Satanist, and all the other teachers are confused, and he says it's because he loves Ebony. So
but Hagrid's a huge dude. So would that be just like a giant fucking 2-year-old?
Yeah, pretty much. That would be... See, I understand this. It's just the more I understand it, the more it's retarded. And why would you be singing a gothic version of a song by 50 Cent?
Well, does that even exist?
Because it doesn't. Because you're supposed to say motherfucker, crack, and nigger at least 1,000 times.
Okay, Lil Wayne.
In a 50 Cent song.
All right, Lil Wayne. You can't rhyme the N-word with the N-word, Lil Wayne.
I don't know. If Pitbull can rhyme Kodak with Kodak, then I'm pretty sure anything's possible.
Well, that's Pitbull. He kind of has like a mental disease.
Pitbull is the worst.
Hey, Pitbull, what do you want for it? What the
It's funny because as soon as he made that plug for Kodak in his song, Kodak went bankrupt.
That's amazing.
Good job, guys.
That's like... oh my god. That's like Godzilla and Zilla. The company that made Godzilla actually bought... You know what Zilla is, right?
Yeah, Zilla was the shitty American...
The company actually bought Zilla, the rights of Zilla and everything, and then they made a movie directly after that of Godzilla just beating the shit out of Zilla.
Yeah, they bought the rights of Zilla so that they could have Godzilla beat him up.
Kill him. No, like, he was just... I watched the fight last night and I shit my pants laughing. Like, Zilla jumps and Godzilla just tail whips him into, like, the Sydney Orchestra and then burns him to death. I'm like, good. That movie sucked.
Before they actually made that movie... The movies leading up to that, they would begin with, like, the military having their meeting and whatever, like normal. And they would be like, the Americans have spotted Godzilla in America. And then one guy would stand up and he'd be like, no, that is not Godzilla. That is simply a retarded version of Godzilla.
That is simply retarded, brother.
Named Zilla. Like, they'd make fun of it anytime they got, which is fantastic. Alright, chapter 12. Author's note. Stop F,A-ing. Okay, Hagrid is a pedo too. A lot of people in American schools are like that. I wanted, I almost said cunted, to address that issue.
Really?
How do you know Snap Aunt Christian Stewart? Plus Hagrid isn't really in love with Ebony. That was Cedric, okay?
What?
I was about to slit my wrist again with the silver knife that Draco had given me in case anything happened to him. He told me to use it valiantly against an enemy, but I knew that we must both go together.
No.
I thought it was Hagrid. I swear to you. I swear to you on my life. She writes Hagrid. And she spells,
capitalizes hair and then
she
just
capitalizes
does
hair
lowercase.
and then why?
Because she's a dumbass?
But it was vampire. He started to scream. Oh my fucking god, no! My scar hurts. And I thought he didn't have a scar anymore. He had the pentagram on his head.
And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see red whites. What?
His red whites? I don't think a color
His
like
red,
that
white, and
exists.
blues? I stopped. How did you know?
I saw it, and my scar turned back into the lightning bolt. No, I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar
anymore.
I do, but Diablo changed it into a pentagram for me, and I've always covered it up with foundation. If he changed it, why would you need foundation?
Just get this image of like a giant Diablos just taking its horn and just doing that into his head, and he's just like, yeah. Because you know how big a Diablos is, correct?
Ron. Yes.
Yeah, just like...
Slid back. Anyway, my scar hurt and it turned back into the lightning bolt. Save me. Then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort was him bondage.
Voldemort has him bondage. What the...
Ew. Ew.
The video... They just get this image of like him like tied up, and then like the 10-hour version of retarded Voldemort laughing, just there, just.
I feel like Voldemort like is into skeet porn, so he just bondaged him up just to skeet all over his face.
Oh no! Ew! Ew!
He seems kinky like that.
Ooh, that's grody.
Anyway, I was in the school nurse's office, now recovering from my slit wrists, snapping, looping, and horrid.
It's in caps. Why?
Were there too. They were going to Saint Mango's after.
What the fuck, Saint Mango's?
After they recovered, because they were pedophiles, and you can't have those fucking pervs teaching in a school with lots of hot girls.
I don't think there are. No.
Dumbledore had
constipated the seat. She didn't write confiscated, she wrote constipated.
Dumbledore had constipated the CDO camera that they took of me naked. I put up my middle finger at them.
I just get this image of him taking his shit and then like a camera
on
falling.
The camera.
And sends it to Voldemort. Anyways, Hagrid came into my hospital bed
holding up a bed of
pink roses.
Okay.
N-O-B.
N-O-B.
E-N-O-B-Y. N-O-B.
I need to tell you something, he said in a serious voice, giving me the roses.
I'm just going to call her E-No-B.
Fuck off, I told him. You know I fucking hate the color pink. Isn't your...
You wear pink.
No, her coffin is laced with pink. Okay? Don't fucking lie. And I don't like fucked up pervs like you, I snapped.
That says preps, not pervs.
Oh, okay.
I don't get how he's a prep.
Hagrid had been mean to me before for being gothic.
Gothic. G-O-T-T-I-K.
No, Ebony, Hagrid says. Those are not roses. What are those goths to you, Proser Prep? I asked. Was that a question?
I don't know.
I was angry that he had brought me pink roses. I saved your life, he yelled angrily. No, you didn't, I replied.
She put that all in the same thing.
Right?
Like, she said that, like, no, you didn't, I replied.
There's no transition, and there's no, like, page break.
I don't like this.
Line break. You saved me from getting a Paris Hilton porn video made from your shower scene and being viewed by Snap and Lupin, who masturbated. See, that's spelt wrong.
Yes.
Yes.
Masturbate. That's what it is.
Masturbate is what
not
you
masturbate.
Wanted. That's what you wanted, dear. To it had added silently. Whatever, I yelled angrily. He pointed his wand at the pink roses. These aren't roses. He suddenly looked at them with an evil look in his eye and muttered, well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had.
No.
Had to say. That's not a spell, that's an MCR song, I corrected him wisely. Oh yeah, you're real wise. I know, I was just warming up my vocal cords, then he screamed. Pernolus Morango mi cremica Romacchio. For all you cool gothic MCR fans there, that's a tribute. Specifically for Raven, I love you, girl. Imo noto okayo. And then the roses turned into a huge black flame floating in the middle of the air, and it was black now.
It was black. Now I knew it wasn't a prep. Alright.
Alright. Dandy.
Okay. Okay, I believe you now. What the fuck is Draco? Who is Draco? Who is me?
The world may never know. Hagrid rolls his eyes. I looked into the balls of it's only one of flame, but I could see nothing. You see, N-O-B, Dumbledore said, watching
Oh my
the two
god,
of
what the
us-
fuck happened to the grammar?
Watching the two of us watching the flame to see what is in the flames. Ha ha ha, your viewers, flames, get it? You must find yours first, okay?
Oh god, what the hell happened?
I have found myself, okay? You mean old man? Hagrid yelled. Dumbledore! Looked shocked.
I guess he didn't have a headache, or else he would have said something back.
He was too busy
Hagrid
pooping.
stormed off back to his bed. You are a liar, Prof. Dumbledore.
No, it's Dumbledore.
Dumbledore. No, Dumbledore. All right.
Dumbledore.
Anyways.
Japanese version.
Dumbledore. Anyways, when I got better, I went upstairs and put on a black leather mini. Okay, here we fucking go again. And it was ripped all the end of the lace on it. There was some corset stuff in the front.
Dude,
then I
thank
put on,
God she put the shit at the end. I was really wondering
Yeah,
what the
me
fuck she
too.
was wearing.
just still butt naked with bush.
Yup.
On black fishnets and black high-heeled boots with the pictures of Billy Joe Armstrong on them. I put on a hair. I put my hair all around me so I looked like Samara from The Ring. If you know who she is, you're a prep, so fuck off. What?
If you don't know.
Oh, I thought
who
it said
she
if you know. I missed don't. I put on blood red lipstick, black eyeliner, and black lip gloss. You just put lipstick on.
That's what I was thinking. Why would you?
What is the difference between gloss and lipstick?
Well,
Gloss makes it shiny?
yeah, but it's.
How
I've never seen like colored lip gloss.
I thought it was clear.
Yeah, I thought it was clear, so you could still see the lipstick. Did she just sort of? I feel like she's putting on black paint on her face, and she's just too stupid to realize. I look pretty.
A beautiful mom.
You look kawaii, girl. Beludi said sadly. Fangs, get it? You do too. I said sadly too, but stop saying too. But I was still upset. I slit both my wrists, feeling totally depressed, and I sucked all the blood. I cried again in my bathtub and put the shades on so Snap and Lupin couldn't spy on me this time. I'm pretty sure they might have like some sort of magic spell to get around that. I went to my classes. Vampire was in the hair of magic creatures. Wait, what?
What?
Vampire was in the hair of there's a class specifically about the hair of magic creatures.
Is it just, this is the pubic hair of a werebear, now eat it.
This is the pubic hair of the ancient Gryffindor.
Ha.
It's stuck in my teeth. He just pulls it out, this long, disgusting...
He ties it to a doorknob and just keeps walking backwards.
There's a skin gradule at the end. It's stuck. Holy shit, I lost where we were.
Who cares? Oh, he looked all depressed because Draco had disappeared,
And he used to be in love with Draco. He was sucking some blood from a Hufflepuff.
What the fuck's a Hufflepuff?
Hufflepuff is one of the schools. Like, the different section, there's Gryffindor, Slytherin, and then Hufflepuff.
I thought Vampire wasn't a vampire, but just Harry Potter with regular teeth.
No, he's a vampire. That's like the first thing he said when he introduced himself.
I thought he just said because he likes the taste of blood.
Hi, he said in a depressed way. Hi, back, I said in a
Waquali.
Waquali said way. Okay, we both looked at each other. Okay, I can't get over. What is the fuck is a Waquali? Is that is that a dialect of some sort of ancient African language I've never heard of?
Is it like a koala bear? like a really pissed off koala bear?
Fucking makes koala bear sounds. What does a koala bear sound like?
I don't know. I feel like they sound like Chewbacca, but they just don't make noises enough.
Koala.
They just look you. Let's look that
We
up.
both looked at each other for some time. Harry had beautiful red gothic eyes. I thought he was wearing contacts, so much like Draco's. I thought he was wearing contacts too. Then we jumped
at each other and started screwing each other? What the fuck? They're in class.
What about the Hufflepuff he was eating? Was she in the middle? And started screwing each other. Stop it now, you horny simpleton, shouted Professor McGonagall. Yeah, McGoggle, who was watching us, and so was everyone else. Vampire, you fucker, I slapped him. Stop trying to... You jumped on him, okay? I know you loved You know I love Draco. Yeah, but he loved him too. You both have a common thing right there.
You both have taken it up the ass by the same guy, so.
Ooh, and in fact, they both did Draco's ass.
Ooh, that's right. I'm just assuming that she just has this weird, like, corkscrew penis, but she calls it a vagina.
It kind of looks like a goat horn. It's got the
No,
lines in it.
it's like small enough to be like a wine opener.
Oh,
And it's sharp enough, too, and she's just like,
skinny enough. Oh no, that door's locked. I'll pick it. Just put your dick in the lock. I shouted and then I ran away. Just then he started to scream, "Oh my fucking god! No, my scar hurts!" And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. No, I ran up closer, like she just fucking did a 180 turn around.
No!
I thought you didn't have a scar anymore, I shouted.
We've been over this.
He told
I
you.
do, but Diablos changed it with his huge giant horn that he just stuck into my face.
She copy and pasted the same sentence.
Oh my god, she did.
Anyway, my scar hurt, and then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort
Had
has
in bondage.
That's the same exact sentence.
Special thanks to Raven, my gothic blood sister. What the fuck are you supposed to do? Read this.
Hey Raven, do you know where my sweater won? Do you
My
know
sweater eye?
Where my sweater eye?
Alright, good chapter.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. We got some funny jokes in that one, I think.
That was probably the worst one so far.
Yeah. This is our longest one, too. I believe.
Yep, that
36 minutes.
Almost 40 minutes.
Damn.
The next one's probably going to be just as long.
Fun,
All right,
fun,
we'll
fun.
see you guys on the next section. Bye.
Take care.